Santa Clara Year 2 of the 49ers reconstruction under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch is rapidly approaching, and myriad free agents will be considered other than just quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, however, appears the only lock to return among their 19 players scheduled for unrestricted free agency. Before we analyze each of the 49ers' pending free agents, here are key dates to keep in mind. Feb. 20. First day clubs can designate a franchise or transition player. C. Garoppolo. Feb. 27. March 5. NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis. March 6. Final day, 1 p.m. Deadline that clubs can apply the franchise or transition tag, assuming contract talks hit a roadblock at the Combine, where meetings often take place between clubs and agents. March 12 to 14. Free agents can negotiate with other clubs, but cannot sign elsewhere until 1 p.m. on March 14, when the league year starts. Here are the 49ers free agents. Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback, on the verge of going 5-0 as the starter, and the only question is whether the 49ers are willing to pay for a long-term deal or settle on a franchise tag. 2018 status. Likely. Carlos Hyde, running back. He needs 150 yards in possibly his 49ers finale to reach 1,000 yards for first time in his 4-year career. He has one 100-yard game this year, in Week 2, 124 at Seattle, but he also has team-high 57 receptions for 340 yards. 2018 status. Questionable. Eric Reed, strong safety. He indeed looks comfortable as a strong safety in this scheme, and he's been a vocal leader. Aside from national anthem protests, the 49ers have an abundance of safeties, so Reed is likely expendable. Although John Lynch seems to have an affinity for the team's 2013 top draft pick. 2018 status. Questionable. Brock Hoyle, linebacker. His aptitude for this scheme is unmatched, and he settled down the run defense in the wake of Navarro Bowman's exit, albeit a rough debut start at Washington. 2018 status. Questionable. Daniel Kilgore, center, held off camp challengers Jeremy Zutta and Tim Barnes en route to starting every game, with improving results helping his case. Continuities Sake with Garoppolo. 2018 status. Questionable. Cassius Marsh, defensive end, claimed off waivers from the Patriots on November 22. He made a key sack at Chicago but has been quiet since then. He's a serviceable substitute pass rusher. 2018 status. Questionable. Tank Carradine, defensive end, spent 7 games on injured reserve but otherwise emerged this season as a run-down specialist, which was not as envisioned upon his 2013 second-round draft selection. 2018 status. Questionable. Aaron Lynch, defensive end. His stock fell more this season. Inactive 8 games. Missed 6 with a calf injury. Lone sack came in his season debut. Had a fumble recovery at Houston. His 12.5 sacks in 2014-15 will entice others to try reviving his career. 2018 status. Doubtful. Dante Johnson, cornerback. Of his team-high 12 penalties, 6 have come in the past 3 games and 10 since Week 8. He returned his first interception in 56 games for a touchdown, only to get briefly benched out of halftime last Sunday. 2018 status. Doubtful. Brandon Fusco, right guard, held down the starting spot since arriving under the radar through free agency. Has had more downs than ups, though not as bad as critics say. 2018 status. Doubtful. Leger Douzable, defensive end, looked like a nice October addition when he had 2 sacks in Philly, but he's been inactive 4 of the past 5 games. 2018 status. Doubtful. Gary Gilliam, right tackle, Trent Brown's backup appeared in only 8 games and started 1, going on injured reserve with an October 29 knee injury. 2018 status: doubtful. Lewis Murphy, wide receiver, he'll forever be in franchise lore for catching Jimmy Garoppolo's first touchdown pass as a 49er to cap a November 26 loss to Seattle. Since then, 3 catches in 4 games. 2018 status: doubtful. Leon Hall, cornerback, mid-season acquisition, has seen sparse action as a reserve, but the 11th-year veteran had a season-high 5 tackles last game. 2018 status: doubtful. Logan Paulson, tight end, the 8th-year veteran has been a blocking specialist, with no receptions on 2 targets. 2018 status: doubtful. Tim Barnes, center, cut after camp, resigned at midseason. Hasn't been active for a game yet. 2018 status: doubtful. Anthony Exum, safety, mid-season injury replacement, has been inactive since starting the November 26 loss to Seattle. 2018 status: doubtful. Asa Jackson, cornerback, practice squad call-up, helped the special teams for 4 games before going on injured reserve. Hamstring. 2018 status: doubtful. Chris Jones, defensive tackle, went on injured reserve core, out of training camp after showing versatility in 2016. 2018 status: doubtful.